Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, brothers and sisters. This is a kind of a protest or vigil to remember what Aaron Bushnell, this US force military man who burnt himself next to the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. It's tragic, those who saw the video, how that man burnt himself. Subhanallah, it's heartbreaking. You know, we are humans, right? It doesn't matter this person was a Muslim or not a Muslim. He's a human being, right? He's a human being. A human being standing and coming out and putting himself on fire is tragic. Yeah, we know it is wrong, right? Everyone knows it is wrong. For us, especially as Muslims, we know it's completely forbidden. It's a major sin, major sin, major sin to kill yourself. But we are here to try to amplify the message of this man. Amplify his message. What message he was trying to convey. Yes, he did an extreme act of protest that we don't like it, right? You don't like a human being burning himself. And when he was burning himself, if you saw the video, he was saying, "Free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine," until he fell. And he continued, "Free, free, free," until you cannot understand his words, until he fell down. This is tragic. It is tragic. We need to look at one another as human beings, okay? And look at this action of this man. Especially look at his message. See, it's there with his voice and his video and his face. He's saying, I'm not going to be complicit anymore in this genocide, right? And he started shouting, "Free Palestine, free Palestine." He said, "I'm gonna engage in an extreme act of protest." But he said, when it is compared to what the Palestinians have been facing, it is not extreme. So this man moved by the suffering of the Palestinians, the suffering of the Palestinian brothers and sisters who are facing starvation and bombing and starvation for about 4 months now. So he moved, and there are reports that he was mandated and obligated to go to Israel, so-called Israel, to help the Israelis as part of the US military, and he rejected. So honestly, this should make us think. Me as a Muslim, what did I do? Wherever I am, what did I do for our brothers and sisters in Palestine? This person burnt himself, and it is wrong. But look, he did not come out and just protest. He burnt himself. And shouting, "Free Palestine, free Palestine. I'm not going to be complicit in the genocide," etc. And what did I do? What did you do? What did you do? What did we do as Muslims? Right? What did we do? Let's ask ourselves, what did we do? We have to do again and again and again. There are so many legal acts and safe acts. There are many legal and safe acts that we can do in our own countries, especially if you are in the US. You have to do your best to participate in all of the legal activities and protests, so that until this genocide stops. That's that's an obligation on every Muslim, everywhere. And whether you are in the US or anywhere, see what Muslims are doing and seek to do the legal acts and safe acts, okay? And don't issue judgments. This person will go to hell. This person, who told you? You don't know if you will go to hell or you'll go to heaven. You don't know. Does any one of you know? Do I know? No one can know. We know only those that Allah Ta'ala or the Prophet ﷺ told us that they will be in heaven or hell. We know those people. Only those people we can testify. Other than them, you cannot say even about any Muslim that he will go to Jannah or not. You don't know. Why? Because it depends on how your life ends. None of us knows how his life ended. We don't know how the life of this person ended. We don't know his intention. We don't know his belief. We don't know, right? So yes, that's why some scholars they say, yeah, you can ask Allah for forgiveness for him. You can ask Allah to envelop him with mercy. You can ask Allah to protect him from the fire of hell, as he burnt himself in this fire of this world, which is a wrong action. But you know, they mention about a man, and this is an authentic hadith. They mention about a man of the past. He told his children, if I die, burn my body. He said, if I die, look, he's not doing something like in his life. No, he's saying, after I die, burn my body, and then cut it, and then distribute my ashes in different places, because if Allah catches me, he's gonna torture me a lot. So imagine that Allah Ta'ala told his servants that I have forgiven my servant, because he feared Allah Ta'ala, right? Even though like this kind of belief is kind of disbelief. Is disbelief to say like if Allah catches me, he's gonna. It's kind of like he knows Allah will catch him, but it's a kind of expression that, like, well, I'm afraid of Allah. Like he's saying, I'm afraid of Allah. So we don't know. Allah's mercy is so massive. Okay, so better not to issue judgments. Okay, if you don't want to like pray for him, okay, completely fine, and you're following the majority of the scholars, let's say, or let's say the understanding of the majority of the scholars of the past, let's say, at least. But don't issue judgment and say, oh, he's gonna go to hell, and you don't know, I don't know. You don't know, I don't know. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So please, let's think about this action, and let's make it a motivation for us, so that we do more actions to help our brothers and sisters who are being killed and bombed and facing starvation in Gaza and everywhere. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Barakallahu feekum. And please share if you find it beneficial.